Hello all, welcome to Clark Technologies. So this is our session 1 of our entire Agile course, and in this video we will be discussing about what is STLC in English. Okay, so these are all the topics. So let's get started with the first topic, which is what is STLC, right? So if you are already aware of this topic, maybe you are aware of these different phases. So let me explain in detail if you are a fresher. So to deliver any project or to implement any complete product or project, we should follow a couple of steps, which is nothing but a life cycle. Like starting of the project to end of the project. Once we accept the project from the customer and to deliver that project back to the customer, we have to follow a couple of steps. Those are nothing but different phases. So these are all the 7 phases in general in any software development. So that is why it is called life cycle, SDLC. Okay. So the first thing is requirements gathering. So whenever if you have a project with you, like if any customer asks you to build a project, like your organization, if they ask you to build a project, first thing you need to do is like we have to first gather the requirements, like what are the different features they need and what is that project first thing. So first thing, if it is a website, we are going to building a website, or you are going to build an app such that like Ola or Uber, or is there any other development project like that, what is the project first of all. And first you need to understand what is the project goal, and how the project looks like at the end once we deliver the project. Like that you need to gather all the basic information as well as all the detailed information of the requirements means what are the different features we are going to implement in that particular project. So for example, if we can take an example of website, to build a website, that is a project. So in that, first we need to understand what is that project and what is that website is all about. If it is a shopping website or cooking website or a educational website or any tutoring website or any health related app kind of website like that. So based on that we will be gathering all the background images and menus, and look and feel also change. It is specific to that particular project, right? And what are the different features, what are the different menu items, what are the different actions, and what are the different elements they need in that particular website, like that. So we need to gather all the information first. So that is our first step. To deliver any project or to implement any project, first step is requirements gathering. You need to gather the requirements from the client or customers or business analyst. It depends on project. So once you have all the requirements, your next step should be analysis and plan. Sometimes it is called analysis, sometimes it is called plan. So I just mentioned both names here. So once you have the requirements, you need to analysis, and you have to come up with a plan how you are going to implement that project. Okay, then like what are the different dependencies are there. If you have all the information to start the project, like that you have to discuss with your project team, and then you have to come up with a plan. Then our next step is design. We have to design the project first. Before we implement the project, we have to design it. Design is nothing but just like a kind of technical design documentation or any diagrammatical approaches, like architecture diagram, sequence diagram, or flow diagram, something like that. How your project is I mean how you are going to develop that project, how different actors are communicating in that project with one another, something like that. For example, to build a building, so sorry, to yeah, build a construct a building. Okay, so you are not going to construct right away once you have the place plot and all. You have to first prepare the blueprint, right? Like where the kitchen should be, and where that bedrooms should be, where and where are that washrooms are there located, something like that. You need to come up with a plan kind of design or image first. So that is nothing but the design. You need to first design your project, how many different APIs need to be built, and I mean how many flows you have to do, something like that. You need to represent everything in kind of pictorial representation, images format. So that is the design. You need to first design. Then once you are done with the design part, then you can start implementing, because the design part maybe you need to take help of an architect or a project manager or someone who is able to design this entire project. Then developers will come into picture. They will start the implementing this project based on the design. So once you have a plan, Once you have a design, by considering that plan, by following that design, we can start the implementation of the actual project. Then we will be build and implement the project, implement the code and all. Then once we are done with the implementation, we need to test it thoroughly. We need to test that entire project thoroughly against to these requirements. Like once we gather the requirement in our first step, right? So while testing this project, it should meet all the requirements which we have gathered. Otherwise, it is useless, right? So we have to make sure we met all the requirements which we have gathered in our first step of SDLC. So once if everything is working fine, once without errors and all, once if it is working fine entirely as per the requirements, then our next step is to deliver the project or deploy the project. Then we are deliver the project to that customer, right? So once we deliver the project, there our implementation and the other thing is end, but we have to still support that project, support that customer. So the next phase is maintenance. At least there is a contract, or there will be some contract kind of stuff while you signing this project. Once you deliver the project, at least you have to support that customer for 6 months or 1 year, something like that. There will, that is different, differ from project to project, organization to organization. So like that, these are all the multiple phases available in SDLC: requirements, analysis, design, build or implement, test, and then deploy or deliver the project. Then we are going to support, we are going to maintain that project, or we are providing our support to that project for a couple of months. So this is how SDLC have different phases. I hope you understand this video and you like this video. So in our next video, we will be covering the next topic in detail. Thank you. Please to subscribe.